Hello, this is Roger, Low Vision Product Manager here at HumanWare. And in this video, I want to show you how to leverage the new dictionary application that was added in version 4.8 of Prodigy and is available for users of Mat Connect version 2.1 tablets that were available starting in January of 2023. So the first thing we want to do is take advantage of a gesture that's available in Prodigy. As you can see, I'm logged in and using the carousel interface right now. I'm going to scroll to the right, go into my settings, and come down to applications. The gesture is called rapid toggle. I'm going to tap on that. I have the ability to search for applications by typing in their name, or I can select applications from a list, which is what I'm going to choose to do. Now, Books is one of the applications I want to use. And the other application I want to use is that new dictionary tool. So I'm going to tap there and I can tell that it is now activated by the check mark to the right. Now, what I'm going to show you how to do today is create vocabulary study guides to expand vocabulary for students, as well as to deepen their understanding of materials they may be reading in the classroom. So let's first of all think about this as an assignment. I'm going to scroll over here to the left. And in order to create a vocabulary study guide, we typically need a piece of paper. For today's demonstration, we're going to use quote unquote electronic paper. So I'll tap on notes here. Now you can see I've already started a vocabulary sheet here, a note called Giver Vocab. Down here's the book that I'm working on. But if I didn't have that started, I could tap the plus in the upper right corner, create a new note, name it, and be ready to go. But I've already got mine ready to go. We'll just tap on it there so you can see it's got my name, the class, the title of the assignment, and a couple of vocabulary definitions that I've already completed. So now I can use that rapid toggle gesture, placing two fingers on the screen and slide them to the right. Now the first is always going to go to Prodigy, which is the application we're in. Then it's going to take us to Books. So let's tap on My Books. Here you'll see that I have the Giver installed already onto my tablet. Now I've acquired this book from Bookshare, which is a great resource to use in the classroom because it does include nearly 1.25 million pieces of e-content, which will greatly conserve instructional time in the classroom. So let's say that we're reading along and we can use our zoom in and zoom out tools. We can pinch and zoom as I'm showing you here. In the center there, we can tap and read using text to speech. All of these things are covered in other videos, and you can even put markup onto the book, be it a pen, a highlighter, or even a text note. But I can continue reading by swiping and changing the page. And as I'm going along through the book, I might come across a word that I feel like I need to add to my dictionary or my vocabulary study guide. So let's say that up here in the top corner, I see the word adherence, and I want to add that to my vocabulary study guide. So I'm going to go ahead and use my two-finger gesture again to go to my dictionary, and it will open up. I tap in the search for the word box. My virtual keyboard comes up, and I start typing in the word adherence. And you can see that down here, I have some word prediction going on. So let's tap on adhere. Maybe I don't need to type the whole word. So we'll search that, and we see in our suggestions, we have not only the root word, but we have that word that we're actually looking for, adherence and adherent. So let's tap on adherence, and we'll look up that dictionary definition. And we can see that it's a noun with a couple of different definitions. Now, if this particular word had synonyms and antonyms, they would be down at the bottom of the page, and I could scroll to them. So let's say that we think that the attachment or commitment to a person, cause, or belief is the definition that we want to work with. Okay, great. Now there's a couple things we can do at this point. One is we can use the bookmark tool in the upper right corner here, tap on that, and add it to our word list inside the dictionary. So here's the Giver word list. Of course, I can create a new word list if I need to, but I'll just tap on the Giver. And at the bottom, you can see adherence was successfully added. We'll circle back to that in a moment. Now that's saved within the dictionary. I really can't manipulate it or do much with it. It's just a list that's there and quick access to definitions that I need for the Giver. But if I use my before I do that, First of all, I need to copy this. So I'm going to press and hold on the dictionary definition I want, and you can see text copied. So I copied the first definition right there. Now I'll use my two-finger gesture to slide across the screen, and I'm back in Prodigy. So I'm going to now switch my writing tool. So here's a pen, here's a highlighter, and here's a text tool. Now I know I'm using a text tool because I see print up above, but I could always use those other tools if I'd like to as well. So now I just press and hold, and it opens up my note, and I can scroll up and see other text that I've entered in there previously. So there's the other text. So I'll come down here, and you can see in my virtual keyboard here the text that is available to paste. But first, let's go ahead and put the word. So there's it here. I'll save myself some typing there, and then I'll add the CE adherence. And my teacher taught me, after I have the word, to hit that button over there and switch over so I can put a dash and a space to create additional spacing as I put my definitions in. And now I will tap on that text to paste in. It also includes the examples. My teacher has also taught me to just go ahead and hit return twice now so that I'm ready to enter my next word when I come back. And I can hit the airplane in the upper right corner to send that to my note. And here you can now see I have anguish, chastise, and adherence in my giver vocab study sheet. Now it's basically wash, rinse, and repeat at this point. So I can use my gesture to slide and go back to my book. I can do it again to go back to my dictionary. And I can do it once more to go back to Prodigy and add another definition in. So you can see that I can very quickly create a study guide. So what do I do when I'm completed with this guide? I'll hit the return button here, come back out, and here's my vocabulary study sheet. So now we'll leverage the fact that the Mac Connect has the ability to share files. So simply press and hold on the file, and you can tap on share. And I'm going to share it as a PDF because my teacher wants it. And basically this will open up a field where I can choose Gmail, Teams. I can actually put it in my Drive, Google Drive, whatever I'd like. So I can choose whichever service I'd like, tap on that. It will attach it as a PDF to that email, and I'll be able to send this off to my teacher when it opens up. So here you can see the email has opened up. Let's see, there it is. Mr. Beauchamp is right there. So I'll add him, and I'll just type in a subject, vocab, and I will hit the send button in the upper right corner there, and I'm returned right back to Prodigy to continue on with whatever I need to do. I hope that you find this tutorial helpful in instructing your students to create vocabulary study guides to help them enhance their vocabulary and deepen their comprehension of whatever reading material it is that they're being asked to work with in the classroom, whether it be a novel like The Giver or anything in the content areas and beyond. As always, if you have ideas to improve our dictionary tool, the books application, Prodigy itself, or the Mac Connect, please be in touch with those ideas. It's the only way we can get better and ensure that we're serving the students that we all want to succeed to the best of our abilities. Thank you for watching this video.